Let's define what if you're going to define what a microplot is, what is it?
Okay. So a microplot is basically something that you set up to be more strategic. It's a smaller food plot. Usually they're anywhere from quarter acre to a half acre is what I consider a microplot.
Okay.
Now you get into the acre side, you're you're between a micro kill plot slash heading in towards what we call a destination plot. And the destination plot is overall you're looking to feed the deer. And that's when you start getting into the larger like uh 5 acres, so on and so forth, 2, 3, 4 acres, the bigger plots.
Hmm.
Um so micro plots, essentially what you're setting them up for is bow hunting or cutting off the deer before they head towards their either coming in to go to their bedding area or heading out to head towards those agricultural fields or a certain area that they want to head to at night is what essentially you're bringing them to a focal point where you know they're going to be at, where they're going to cross through, they're going to scent check, they're going to do everything, they're going to grab something to eat and move on. So it's not a long time thing that they're there for. You're not trying to hold them there. It's more of bringing them to a certain point to get an opportunity at harvesting one of them. So that's it's about the best way to put what a microplot is.
All right. So I'm trying to think if I want to ask this question now or ask it, later when we get to another maybe where it falls in a little bit better. But so what I'm imagining though, because you know how does like the bed like
Yep,
close to their food sources, right on top of
absolutely.
that those destinations. Bucks not so much, right? I mean, they typically will bed a little bit further away, and I think that's where some people well you well, I guess what you'll hear is that if you have like a buck that's showing up, at your food plots, your bigger plots later in the evening, where it's just either just now legal or just at legal shooting, like
Literally like,
almost the
yep,
very end of it, or just after it, that means you probably need to go a little bit further in to catch him on his way in, if
yes.
that's what you're wanting to do. So with this, I guess with that in mind, I guess maybe this isn't a fair question, but is that kind of like what a micro plot is going to kind of help you with is set up before that destination?
Yes, what you're doing is being the cutoff point between that destination point that they want to go to at night or in the morning or so on and so forth. And then between their bedding and that, I mean, that's where they're traveling back and forth from. So setting up that and having a spot where they can, yeah, you're basically ambushing them is essentially what you're trying to do with one of these setups. So,
Okay.
um, it's a way to hunt smarter too. I mean, these plots they're good for early season and they're good for late season in the sense of early season if you can get you know, the deer know that food's there. They know they've seen it summer or all summer long. Early season, that's the point they're gonna come through. They're still in their early season um, travel corridors or whatever you want to
Mhm.
trails. Um, they know it's there. That's a point they always take. I mean, early season, if you can get on that, I mean, that's your first opportunity at a buck before they start getting pressured. Now, let's jump towards late season. Now they've been, pressured from hunters, going through the rut. They're starting to get a little more beat up on, um, you know, that kind of area. Plus, food's starting to get scarce around there because obviously fall's kicking in, leaves crops are getting harvested, so on and so forth. So it brings them back to that point to now this is the spot I want to eat. I'm in cover around me. I can dive to cover really quick. So it's got that security aspect to it. Um, I can grab something to eat. You can amplify it doing a couple different things.